About to mix up. I got me a whole new gas. DuPont ain't DuPont anymore. It's Chromax. Chromax. Jeez. I remember a lubricant by that name. Chromax. Alright. Well, I remember some lubricant called that, but anyway, this is what we got instead of the DuPont. Now, but the numbers are the same. 7765S is the activator. 7704S is the base. I asked them to shake it for me. Hopefully they did, so it's going to be real quick. And as soon as I stick the thing in, we're going to find out if it's like cement or it's smooth all the way to the bottom. See if they should, because I've been paying cash every time. You know, this is the third car now. No, fourth. I just didn't get to the one that was supposed to be in between this. Strange how things happen here. But the great late Henry Wagmeisters MGB. Every time I start this thing up and run it, it runs better. Between playing with the carburetor, everything, believe it or not, I got this thing to idle between 5 and 600 RPMs, a 4-cylinder. I mean, it sounds great. It really sounds great now. You should have heard it before. I mean, it was seized. The motor was seized. And good old PB Blaster, I got to give them a shout out. These people. PB Blaster. This stuff right here is incredible. Motor hadn't been turned over for more than 13 years by the time I got my hands on it. Me and Henry, literally 2-3 days before he got killed, we were talking about this car, and he was like, I don't know, Fachin. I don't know. It drove over here, but I didn't do anything to it. I just let it sit. I've been busy paying the bills, and now we got money, we got time, but the motor won't turn. He thought the motor was seized, and it was. But PB Blaster, one by one, I pulled the spark plugs, filled them up, came back a month later, she still wouldn't turn. So I did it again. Came back a week later, she broke free, turned. Got it towed over here. Rebuilt the carburetors, rebuilt the distributor, and there were still problems. Then we got a new distributor. I went to breaker points. This thing had electronic ignition, but I don't know. Something wasn't right. Supposedly they told me, so we went to breaker point. Fine. She used to run like shit. Be bucking and smoking, and there was crud on the valves, and crud on the valves causing them not to seat. I was losing compression in 2 cylinders, but you listen to it now. It idles so nice, slow. She's firing. She ain't losing compression. The valves seem to be seating fine now. It just took a long time. The more I ran the motor, the better it ran. So anyway, so now we self-etched it. I ran out of primer. I didn't even get it all covered. So here we go. We're gonna mix up this primer here, and away I go. I'm gonna finish shooting this car. I gotta take this latch back out. I did this drawer jam because there was rust and surface rust, and this car was restored. Henry restored it, kind of. They didn't. No, they shouldn't say restored. They changed the color to a darker green and skim coated it with Bondo. They didn't even pull any of the dents, the guy who did it for him, so there was a lot of Bondo everywhere. Now there's hardly any Bondo. You didn't need to do that. I mean, yeah, you may have sometimes 6 dings on a frickin' panel, you know, and scattered out, and you may have good sections of a panel that don't have any dings, but they cover the entire thing. They just boom, cover it with Bondo, and then they work it down. I can't do that. I find the spots one by one. I'll pull them. I got this stud welder kit. Now I even got the old-fashioned kind with the drill and the screw, but who wants to use that? Now you got this. You use that one for a car comes in that's been hit. You got to pull the fender. That's what you use that one for. You don't use that one on, on a sheet metal, just on the edges now. I use that other attachment. That's still good for that. But this is an incredible machine, and I'm really good with it too. Anyway, so the other door jamb, I just did this much because it was redone. The other side, I mean, they evidently redid that other door jamb at one time, and it's beautiful. I don't want to fuck with it. Really. It's really that good. For some reason, the thing on the bottom. But this one was never done. So I did this one. I took this off. I'm going to take this back off now. And we're going to hit everything gets another good coat. But first we're going to hit where all the little misses first. From the last one, because I ran out. I'm going to hit all the misses, go around all the edges first. And then we're going to wait. Any low spots that might need a little extra, we're going to go tut-tut. And we're going to wait a little bit. Alright, and we're going to go over the whole fucking thing. One more, excuse me. I'm tired and hungry. Alright. Waiting for my cousin to come over here so he could go get me some dinner. Anyway, that's the great late Henry Wagmeisters 1977 MGB. Oh, and I also, they had changed this quarter panel at one time, but it didn't have this for the light. There was no light here. There was only 3 lights on the car, no light here. What the hell, right? So I calculated exactly where they go. 3 pilot holes. These 2 are done, but this one, that's the biggest bit I got. I need to get one this size now. I don't know. I gotta get something. Some frickin' step-up bits. They want like $60 to $120 for them. I just went to get this step. I said, oh, forget that. Something I'm gonna hardly ever use. I may never use it again. $100? No way. Anyway, that's it. We're about to start work. Wish me luck.